Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the idea of solving systems of equations by graphing. We're going to be learning a bunch of different ways to solve systems, but the first way that we're going to learn is by graphing. So go ahead and follow along with your notes. The solution of a system of equations is the coordinate, like a point, x comma y, at which the equations intersect. Okay, so basically if I draw two lines, something like this, the point where they cross is called the solution. Okay? Go ahead and do example 1 with me. I'm going to leave this up here and then erase it off later. So it says solve each of the systems of equations. Example 1. So now with each one of these, it's going to give you two equations. With each equation, what you're going to want to do is graph it just like we've been doing. First, you want to make sure that it's in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. So I look at the first one, it says y equals 4x plus 2. Yep, that matches, y is by itself. And then y equals negative x minus 3. That also matches because y is alone on one side of the equation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and graph this first line in green. Y equals 4x plus 2. That means my 2 is my y-intercept, and my 4 is my slope. So 2 and then 4 over 1. So I'm going to start at 2. And then this would generally, I'd want to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the right 1 space. So I'd be a little bit off the graph. If you want to make your line straighter and you want to add another point, you can do the exact opposite of up 4, right 1 and go down 4, left 1. So from this 2, I'm going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and left 1 to right here. So now I can draw a straight line through all three of those points, like that. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and draw the second line in blue. Y equals negative 1x minus 3. So the negative 3 is my y-intercept. And this is like a negative 1, and that is my slope. Negative 1 over 1. So I'm going to start at negative 3 on the y-axis. That's right here. And negative 1 over 1, so that means down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1. And then I would continue this line right here. So now it's asking me for the solution. Where do these two lines cross? And that's right here. Now what you want to be careful of here is you want to put your x value first and then your y value. So it's going to be negative 1, comma, negative 2. Alright, and then that would be your final answer. That is the solution, the point at which both of those lines intersect. Let's go ahead and do example 2. So example 2, again, the first thing that I think about is, are both of these lines in slope-intercept form? So I look at the first one, it says y equals 1/3 x minus 3. It is in slope-intercept form. And then I look at the second line, it says 5x plus 3y equals 9. That doesn't work out because I actually need the y to be alone. So I'm going to use the skill that I learned last week and solve for y. I'm going to try and get y alone. So I'm going to subtract 5x, make a 0 pair, subtract 5x, draw my equal sign down. So now I've got 3y equals, remember I cannot subtract 9 and 5x. I've got to keep them separate. Bring this down, plus 9, and divide by 3 all the way across. So that makes y equals negative 5 over 3x plus 3. So now it's in y equals mx plus b form. So I'm going to draw the first line in green, y equals 1/3 x minus 3. So go down to the negative 3, that's my y-intercept. My slope is 1 over 3, so I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Draw this line. And then I'm going to draw this line that I solved right here. So my y-intercept is positive 3, and my slope is negative 5 over 3. So I'm going to start at positive 3, go down 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3. You'll see they cross right at the same spot. Okay, so this red dot is the solution. Again, I go with my x value first, and then my y value. So that's going to be 3, comma, negative 2. And that is my final answer. Okay, I'm going to do examples 3 and 4. This would be a good place to pause and try it on your own and check your work. So here's example 3. First, I check if they're in y equals mx plus b form. Y equals negative 5x plus 3. Yeah, y is alone. Y equals x minus 3. Yes, y is alone. Okay, so y equals negative 5x plus 3. I'm going to graph that in green. So that's up 3. And then the slope is like negative 5 over 1. So I'm going to go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to the right 1 space. So now I've got that point. I can draw this line. It's also important to draw the line all the way through the graph, so then that way you can see it more clearly. I'm going to graph this line in blue. My y-intercept is negative 3. My slope is 1. So I can put that over 1. So I start at negative 3, go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. I can draw my line. And I find my solution right here where they cross. So I'll go with my x value and then my y value. So that would be 1, comma, negative 2. And that is my solution. Okay, example 4. Again, I check for y equals mx plus b. I look at the first one, and x plus 2y equals negative 2. Y is not alone, so I have to solve. Let me check the second one, y equals 1/4 x minus 4. It is in y equals mx plus b, so I can graph that one. So I'm going to solve the first one. So that's like 1x plus 2y equals negative 2. I'm going to subtract 1x, use a 0 pair to start getting y alone. Make my split. This is a 0 pair. So that's 2y equals negative 1x minus 2. Remember, I cannot combine those. They are not like terms. I divide by 2 all the way across. That makes y equals negative 1/2 x minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and graph that one first. I'll graph this one in green. So that'll be down to negative 1. And then my slope is telling me down 1, right 2 because of the positive 2. So down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. I can go in the opposite direction, follow the pattern. I draw my line. I'm going to draw my second equation, my second line in blue. Y equals 1/4 x minus 4, so I'm going to go down to negative 4. Go up 1, to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how that quickly you were able to find the solution. To find where they cross, it's right here. The x value first, and then the y value here. So it is 4, comma, negative 3. And that is your solution. Alright, again, this would be a good time to pause to do examples 5 and 6 and check your work. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly, so ask any questions you have, either after class or during class. So example 5, I'm going to check again, y equals mx plus b. So that's y equals 3x plus 2, and y equals negative 2x minus 3. Both of these have y alone, so I can graph them. Y equals 3x plus 2, I'm going to go ahead and graph that in green. So that's at positive 2, go up 3 to the right 1. I can also go down 3 to the left 1, down 3 to the left 1 to make that line super straight. I'm going to draw the blue line, y equals negative 2x minus 3, so that's down 3, and then down 2 to the right 1. I can also go up to left 1, up to left 1, up to left 1, up to left 1. Should become obvious where you see the solution. It's this red point right here. Go with my x first, and then my y. In this case, the x is negative 1, and the y is negative 1. That is my solution. Example 6, I check for y equals mx plus b, check for slope-intercept form. This one does have y alone, y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. And this one has negative 9x plus 3y equals negative 12. Y is not alone, so I have to solve that one. I like doing the solving first, so I can just be done after I graph. So negative 9x plus 3y equals negative 12. I'm going to add 9x, create a zero pair, add 9x. To keep things balanced, 0 equals sign, so 3y equals, I cannot combine these, so I keep them separate, 9x minus 12. I divide 3 all the way across, so that's y equals 3x minus 4. Okay, going to graph this top one in green. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. I start at 3, go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. I can go up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. Draw my really straight line. Draw the second line, y equals 3x minus 4, so I go down 4 spaces, up 3 to the right 1, up 3 to the right 1, up 3 to the right 1. And I find my solution is right here. My x value is 2, my y value is 2, so my solution is 2, 2. Thank you very much. If you have any questions about this video or this concept, please let me know, and have a good day.